knives today, no customs. My channel, yes, is mostly a South African custom channel because it's my interest, but that doesn't mean I don't like good production knives. I'm heavily into that also. And today, we're going to be taking a look at another ZT. So I showed you the ZT0545. The damn numbers confuse me. And now we're going to take a look at the 556 Auto titanium carbon fiber knife. This is also another new knife, which I'm going to bring out now. This is obviously the box that it comes in. Everybody's seen the box. It's nothing special. How about we bring out the thing that is special? Here it is. This is the ZT0556 automatic knife. Really, really nice. If you're into automatics, you might want to look at this one. It's a different automatic in a sense that ZT has been well known for putting out putting out really large everyday carry knives when they first came out in 2010. Obviously, the 00562 is the last knife to come out of that series. All the other knives are now gone. They're no longer around. You can probably find them on eBay hiked up. But this is now the direction that ZT has decided to go in. So this is the ZT 556 automatic titanium and carbon fiber piece. So let's take a look at this guy. This thing flies out real hard and real fast. I think it's not like the Kershaw launch series. I felt that the kick on this was just a little bit more than what I was expecting. If you're not careful, it will just fly right out of your hands. So you have to get a really good firm grip on this thing. But we're going to get more into talking about the action a little bit more in a second. Right now, I would like to do the specs on this, and I forgot to preset that up so I don't waste any more extra time. But yeah, let me go ahead and bring that back out. See if I can find the specs on it. Okay. Yeah, so here we go. For the specs, I'm reading them right off the website. So what we have here is MagnaCut steel. Again, that's one of the newer things that they're doing, is putting most of their knives out in MagnaCut. Actually, I don't think they're necessarily putting their knives out in MagnaCut, but when the knife is special, that's kind of like the special steel that they're putting on the knife for special knives that they want to introduce, and this is definitely one of them. So the specs on this knife, let me get into it. Again, the blade steel is CPM MagnaCut. The blade length is 3.35 inches. It's got an HRC of 62 to 64. Closed length of this knife is 4.4 inches. Handle material, again, titanium carbon fiber. The handle color is black and gray. Ceramic bead blasted finish. They got it right this time. The finish on this knife is more bead blasted, because on the 0545 it mistakenly said that it was stone washed. So this is bead blasted, but you'll notice the same machining with the vertical streaks going down, which I've never seen. It's pretty interesting, right? Again, like the 0545, another thin profile on this one. You never really think that they would ever have knives that are super thin like this. That's not usually their style, but it just seems like ZT is trying to figure out. I think they've actually stopped trying to figure out what they are, or even trying to sway more to what they used to do with the big bold knives. If you look at their box, they've stopped putting that on their knives. Big as a tank, because they're no longer making knives that are as big as a tank. So they've stopped that. Now they're just putting knives out in premium, no matter what it is, to separate themselves from their sister company, Kershaw. So, okay, so let's talk about this knife a little bit more. Like I said, it flies right out of there, man. Yeah. Carbon fiber on both sides of the knife. If you're not careful, yeah, this knife will fly right out of your hands because this has got a super strong spring. Just like the 0545, they realized how thin it was, so they put the same deep pocket carry clip on there as they did with the 545, as you can see. So, yeah, we've got blue barrel spacers, which I thought was kind of a weird choice. Why not just make them silver? But I guess they wanted to add a splash of color to this thing. Personally, I think they should have probably kept it black. But, you know, the blue screws look nice. Or if they're going to do the blue, why not make the pocket clip anodized in blue? You got to have everything kind of match to a point so that the aesthetics make sense. Or how about make the pivot, or not the pivot, but the button, which I'm going to get to in a second, also blue. You know, make the accents when necessary. So talking about the form of deployment, there's no safety lock on this, right? Basically, you just press the button and it'll pop out. There's no safety lock on it, but here's the thing. You're going to notice you can't just press it, because I'm pressing on this really hard with my finger, and it's not coming out. So what they've done was they've made it so that instead of having a safety lock, you're going to have to really press down on it with your thumb to deploy it. So, like that. You're going to have to feel it with your thumb in order to deploy this thing. And you're also going to want to be really careful, guys, because this thing's got quite a kick to it. You know, basically when you deploy this thing, and you get used to it after a while, but your hand reverberates. It's a hell of a sensation the first time you flick this thing, because your hand vibrates like that due to the strength of the spring. I do like the button, the trapezoid, whatever you want to call it, button on it, as opposed to the round circular button that they have on most of the Kershaws that they've got, you know, where it's a circular button. Because on early Kershaw knives, they actually had a safety lock on them. Those knives are gone. They no longer have it. But instead, now they make it so that you have to really press down on this in order to deploy it. So, yeah, for an automatic knife, I'm loving it. Not a lot of people are into automatic knives because the satisfaction of owning an automatic knife lasts for about 5 seconds, or lasts for like a second. Basically, you know, the experience is press it, okay, it's over, and then you have to do this. Close it out. Is that really something you're going to want to do every time? If you're an automatic knife fan, the answer is yes. If you're not an automatic knife fan, probably not so much, but, you know, let's face it, automatic knives are cool regardless. You are going to want to watch for the, you know, what the state laws are, what the laws are in your state, whether this thing is actually legal to carry in your state. Otherwise, it's going to have to stay at home, which unfortunately is the situation with me. But me being a knife fan, you know, I got to have an automatic knife, and this one was so cool I had to have it. So let's quickly get into the size comparisons, because this video is getting a little bit long with my rambling. I'm trying to keep them under 20 minutes. So let's do some size comparisons. I'm going to put it up against first the paramilitary. And as you can see, the paramilitary, which is a 3.4-inch knife, this is a 3.2-inch knife, is much larger. Up against the Spyderco Sage, that knife is the same size, roughly. Close to about the same size as the Spyderco Sage. This knife might be slightly larger. Maybe if I put it, yeah. See, the thing is, it's at an angle. But if I put them closer together, you can tell that the Spyderco Sage is slightly smaller, right? And then the Benchmade Mini Bug Out, which will show you where it falls. So it's bigger than the Mini Bug Out. So it's not a small knife. It's not a large knife. It's a medium-sized carry. Small to medium-sized category type knife. And I always like to do large, medium, and small. So let's bring out the paramilitary again. So there you have big, medium, and small knife up against the Spyderco paramilitary. So there's your size comparisons right there. For an automatic knife, I think this is excellent. I mean, it's automatic. You're not supposed to have these things if you live in a state. But if you're going to carry one, I mean, and you're going to get away with it for the day, this would be the one. Also, if it's legal in your state, this would be a nice office knife to carry because it ain't that big and it's sleek, right? Very, very sleek and thin. I mean, the blade stock on that, man, look how thin that is. That is really, really thin. Really thin. I don't know if ZT is going to go that direction more. I don't know what direction they're going in. Basically, it just looks like ZT's releasing whatever they can release, whatever they want to release, and they're just waiting to see people's reactions to it. I don't see ZT as a company that's going to have a niche. They're just going to keep putting out premium knives however they feel like it. That's basically what I think is going to happen. And as customers, a lot of them are going to like, a lot of them are not going to like. This is definitely one that's going to be more of a like. So all of those ZT fans that love the way ZT put out the big bold knives, a decade ago, they're probably not going to be very happy with this or the direction of, hey, let's just put out whatever we want to put out, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't, wait till our next release and maybe you'll like that one. That pretty much seems to be what ZT's doing these days. And they're also not putting out a lot of blades either. I mean, this is like, this was released like 4 or 5 months, maybe 8 months ago. This knife and the 555 were both came out, and they haven't put anything new out since. So, who knows? Who knows? I mean, as far as I understand, I heard that they're gonna be putting out a big bold knife again. But I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm guessing that's probably not going to happen until 2026, maybe like Blade Show 2026. But yeah, ZT is going to have to start figuring out what they are. But in the meantime, they're relying on the fact that there are knife people out there that are going to buy whatever they want, buy whatever they put out, and it'll be fine with us, like that market. So that's it for this video on the, the goddamn numbers mess me up, on the ZT 0, how come I can't see that? 556 automatic ZT. So there you have it. I'm going to be doing one last video here in a few seconds. We're going to be comparing this knife to the video I just did before on the 545. I think that's kind of worth exploring. So I'll see you guys in a few seconds. Thank you so much for watching once again, and I'll see you again in my third knife video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back in a few seconds. I'm going to have to label these videos, so if you're watching them, they will be labeled on my channel. See you guys in a few seconds.